Imagine this. You just turned on your PC. You open an Invoice email, download the attachment, click run, and boom, 5 CND windows flash across your screen. You try to ignore it, but 5 minutes later, your webcam LED turns on. Goodbye privacy. You've just been hacked, and you didn't even notice. Today, we are breaking down the ultimate weapon in hacker's arsenal, the reverse shell. In this video, you will learn exactly how it works under the hood, how to detect it, and how to protect your network. This is the one cybersecurity lesson everyone needs to know, before it's too late. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a reverse shell? In any operating system, a shell is the interface that lets you talk directly to the system's core, or the kernel. Usually, you use the shell to type commands and run programs, but a reverse shell flips this control over to a hacker. It creates a direct tunnel between your machine and their server, giving them full access to your bare hardware. Because they now control your shell, they control your kernel. That means they can spy on you through a webcam, blast audio through your speakers, steal your files, or completely wipe your drive. But it gets worse. In cybersecurity, we call this a launchpad for lateral movement. Now that you know what a reverse shell is, let's look under the hood to see how it actually works. The moment you launch that infected.exe file, the very first thing the malware does is try to achieve persistence. It creates a hidden register key, a masked background process, or a scheduled task that triggers every time your PC boots up. It's often hidden under a generic name like SVC host to trick you into thinking it's a critical Windows component. Once the malware is rooted in, it initiates the callback. It opens a connection from an outbound port on your machine and targets an open inbound port on the hacker's listening server. This server could be a cloud instance, half world away, or if the hacker is lazy and running an amateur attack, it might be their own home router. If that's the case, a smart user with basic reverse engineering skills can sniff the network traffic, extract the attacker's real IP address, find their location, and hand it straight to the police. That would be extremely embarrassing for the hacker. But to stop this from happening to you, you need to understand how to lock down your network. You need to monitor your outbound traffic, leverage advanced router settings, and ensure your Windows firewall is actively dropping unauthorized connections. Now let's move to the practical side so you can see this in action. For this demo, I'm using Kali Linux to generate a basic reverse shell payload. I've transferred it over to my second Windows machine. Watch what happens on my Kali machine when I fire up the Metasploit listener and execute the file on Windows. Do you see that? Meterpreter session opened. Right now, the attacker has complete remote code execution. I can navigate the file system, exfiltrate data, or force a system reboot. But the real danger is setting up persistence so the backdoor survives a restart. Let's split the screen so you can see exactly how this looks from the both sides, the hacker's terminal and the victim's desktop, in real time. Now that we covered the technical demo, let's talk about defense. How do you actually detect a hidden reverse shell? To be honest, finding them can be incredibly difficult. Advanced malware uses anti-analysis techniques. For example, some payloads actively monitor your system. The moment they detect you opening Task Manager or Process Explorer, they immediately pause their malicious threads to vanish from sight. You can't see them, but they can see you. To hunt them down, you need to look closer. First, audit your background tasks and cross-reference any unfamiliar.exe names online. Next, hit Windows+R, type services.msc, and look for unauthorized services running with system privileges. I've left a link in the description to an official Microsoft documentation page that helps you safely optimize and disable unneeded services. Finally, check your task scheduler. Malware loves to hide here to maintain persistence. Look through the triggers and history for anything out of the ordinary. And if you want to dive even deeper into this forensics mindset, check out my full video on how to detect spyware by hacking yourself. Now for the ultimate piece of the puzzle. How do you protect your network from this? As I mentioned earlier, keeping Windows Firewall active and tightening your router's security is the bare minimum. But to truly stay safe, you need solid antivirus software. Modern security tools don't just look for known signatures. They use behavioral analysis to monitor exactly what an exe file is trying to do under the hood, killing the process the moment it tries to spawn an unauthorized shell. Beyond that, use common sense. Be extremely careful with cracked software and never fall for phishing scams. Speaking of scams, I have a question for you guys. I'm thinking about starting a new series where I use my technical skills to intentionally let scammers into a honeypot machine and then hack them back in real time. Drop a comment below and let me know if you want to see a Scambaiting series like that on this channel. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.